Brief history of the calendar. Calendar, system of measuring time for the needs of civil life by dividing time into days, weeks, months, and years. Calendar divisions are based on the movement of the earth and the regular appearance of the sun and the moon. A day is the average time required for one rotation of the earth on its axis. The measurement of a year is based on one revolution of the earth around the sun and is called seasonal, tropical, or solar year. A solar year contains 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 45.5 seconds. A month was originally calculated by ancient people as the time between two full moons, 29.5 days. This measurement, called a synodic or lunar month, resulted in a lunar year of 354 days, 11 days shorter than a solar year. On modern calendars, however, the number of days in a month is not based on the phases of the moon. The length of the month is approximately 1/12 of a year, 28 to 31 days, and is adjusted to fit the 12 months in a solar year. The week was derived from the Judeo-Christian tradition, which requires rest from labor every seventh day. It is not based on a natural phenomenon. The Egyptians created a calendar at a very early stage, based on their observations of the movements of the sun and the stars. Perhaps representing one of the first attempts at making a calendar is the remnants of stone circles from around 8000 BC in the southwestern corner of modern Egypt. These stone circles may have been used to map the movement of the heavenly bodies. The Egyptians probably created a calendar because it was so important for their survival to know when the Nile's flood would come. They divided each day into 24 hours, 12 for the daytime and 12 for the night. A period of 10 days made up a week, and 1 month included 3 such weeks, or 30 days. A year comprised 12 months, and was divided into 3 seasons of 4 months each. To the 360 days of the 12 months in a year, the Egyptians added 5 more days, which they referred to as the birthdays of several gods. Thus, an Egyptian year totaled 365 days, remarkably close to the 365 and a quarter days it takes for the earth to go around the sun. There was no concept of a leap year, so the calendar fell behind by 1 day every 4 years. In 45 BC, Julius Caesar decided to use a purely solar calendar upon the advice of the Greek astronomer Sosigenes. This calendar, known as the Julian calendar, fixed the normal year at 365 days, and the leap year every 4th year at 366 days. In this way, the extra 1/4 day a year could be accounted for. The Julian year, however, was 11 minutes and 14 seconds longer than the solar year. A solar year contains 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 45.5 seconds, while the 1/4 a day equals to 6 hours. This discrepancy accumulated until 1582, when the vernal equinox occurred 10 days early, and church holidays did not occur in the appropriate seasons. To make the vernal equinox occur on March 21st, as it had in 325 AD, the year of the First Council of Nicaea, Pope Gregory XVIII issued a decree dropping 10 days from the calendar. To prevent further displacement, he instituted a calendar known as the Gregorian calendar, which provided that century years divisible evenly by 400 should be leap years, and that all other century years should be common years. Thus 1600 was a leap year, but 1700 and 1800 were common years.